Hi, I'm Henry, CTO at Apex AI. Today we're running the math that drove us to build Apex Intercept, our missed call recovery system. This is the number that wakes me up worrying about service businesses we have not signed yet. In the next 9 minutes, I will walk through where the baseline numbers come from, the annual revenue math, the recovery math, the architecture that makes recovery work in production, and how to run your own numbers honestly. Start with the baseline. The data on missed calls and service businesses is consistent across multiple sources. Industry research from call analytics platforms, our own Go high-level client baseline data, the publicly available studies on small business call handling, they all point to the same range. The average service business, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, dental, real estate, pest control, cleaning services, you name it, misses somewhere between 20 and 30 inbound calls per week. 23 is the number we use as our baseline assumption because it sits in the middle of that range and matches what we see across our client base when we look at their actual call data. Some businesses miss fewer because they staff their phones better or run an answering service. Some miss far more because they have one phone line and one technician answering it between jobs. 23 is the honest average across a typical small service business. Now the multiplier. Average service business job value. This is the number that varies most across verticals. An HVAC service call ticket might average $300 on the labor side. A new HVAC system install might average $8,000. A dental cleaning might average $250. A dental implant procedure might average $3,500. Real estate transactions are an order of magnitude larger. Insurance commission events vary wildly. We use $800 as a blended assumption that holds up reasonably well across most service business verticals when you weight by call mix. Some calls are quick service tickets, some are larger jobs. 800 is the blended weighted average we see. Run the math. 23 missed calls per week, 52 weeks, 1,196 missed calls per year. $800 average job value. $957,000 in revenue, walking past the business every year. While the owner is answering the phone, working on the truck, or sitting in a job site meeting. Let that number sit for a second. $957,000. For a small service business doing maybe $1.5 million in annual revenue, that is more than half of what they actually capture, lost on the floor. The lost revenue is not theoretical. The calls came in. The leads existed. They just hit a voicemail or a busy signal and went to a competitor who answered. Most owners do not run this math because the lost calls are invisible to them. There is no daily impact statement, no customer complaint, no bank deposit that shows up as missing. The leak is silent. The leak is also massive. Now the recovery math. The industry baseline for missed call recovery, meaning a small business that has some form of basic callback system in place, is around 15%. That is, of every 100 missed calls, 15 of them eventually convert to a job through whatever ad hoc recovery the business has set up. That number sounds low because it is low. Most basic callback systems are slow, generic, and disconnected from how customers actually behave when they have a service need and the first phone they called did not pick up. Here is what happens in the customer's head when they call your business and get voicemail. They listen to roughly 10 seconds of the greeting. They decide whether to leave a message or hang up. Most of them hang up. They open their phone, search for another business in the same category, and call the next one on the list. By the time you check your voicemail at the end of the day, that customer has already booked with your competitor, paid the deposit, and forgotten you exist. And here's the part most owners never think about. While your phone is going to voicemail, your competitor's phone is ringing. Your competitor, or more accurately, the competitor smart enough to have invested in capture infrastructure, picks up. They book the customer your business never knew it had. Every missed call you do not recover is a job your competitor closed. The dollars you lost did not disappear into the void. They went into a specific competitor's bank account. The market does not have empty space where missed call businesses used to be. It has competitors who answered the phone. We saw this play out with an HVAC client in the Philadelphia metro last year. Their service area was contested by 3 other contractors of comparable size. All 4 businesses ran similar ad spend. All 4 had similar online reviews. The differentiator that nobody could see from the outside was call response. 2 of the 4 had basic voicemail. 1 had a callback system that recovered roughly 15%. Our client implemented Intercept. Within 90 days, our client's job volume increased 28% on the same ad spend, while the other three contractors saw flat to declining volume in the same market. The leads were not new, they were redistributed. The redistribution went to the business that Capture architected against the silent leak. Apex Intercept runs at 62% recovery in production. That is our measured benchmark, not a marketing claim. The reason it runs 4 times higher than industry baseline is architectural. Intercept fires a personalized text within 60 seconds of the missed call. Not 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, 60 seconds. Then it runs a 5-touch recovery sequence over the following hours and days, each touch personalized based on context. Then it converts the responses into booked appointments by integrating directly with the business calendar. Each step is built to close the gap between the moment the call was missed and the moment the customer is back in the active funnel. The 60-second text matters because it lands while the customer is still on their phone, still in the buying mindset, before they have moved on to the next business. The personalization matters because a generic, "Sorry, we missed your call," message gets ignored. The integration with the calendar matters because a back-and-forth booking conversation loses customers. Each architectural decision moves the recovery rate measurably. Run the recovery math. If a business is recovering 15% today and Intercept moves them to 62%, that is 47 additional percentage points of recovery on the 1,196 annual missed calls. That is 562 recovered calls per year. At $800 average job value, that is $449,000 in recovered annual revenue. Stop and absorb that number. $449,000 from a system that costs less than 1 new employee per month. The math is not subtle. The math is overwhelming. And the math is conservative. We used industry average assumptions throughout. A business with higher call volume or higher job value sees larger absolute recovery. A business with worse current recovery sees larger percentage point gains. The architecture is built to scale across the cost structure of the business it serves. If you want to run your own numbers, your real call volume, your real job value, your real current recovery rate, we built a calculator at atss.pro for exactly that purpose. Plug in your numbers, see your leak, decide what to do about it. This math is why Apex Intercept exists. It is also why missed call recovery is the single highest ROI service we deploy across our client base. Innovate, automate, dominate.